Introduction. The identification of gender discrimination is a social issue that requires much attention from public opinion. Thesis statement: gender discrimination is a social construct that prevents women from progressing, and the main beneficiaries are insecure men who fear competition in different life aspects. Gender discrimination causes. Describing the background of the problem. The majority of women encounter challenges while trying to receive equal wages for their job or having a good job position. Gender discrimination is a significant topic as it relates directly to women's opportunities in workplaces. In the workplace, gender discrimination is caused by the sexism of decision-makers. For example, wage gaps, poor leadership opportunities, and limited promotions may be noted as the contextual issues of such discrimination. The advocates of gender discrimination declare that the role of women is to care about the home and raise children. Since it is a matter of perception, gender discrimination is illogical and non-relevant. Time spent with children is perceived by men as rest. At this point, fathers tend to prefer spending more time with their sons and investing in them rather than daughters. Policies that foster gender inequality. The selectivity of women in the workplace is promoted by policies that allow determining the required gender of applicants. At the same time, there is a lack of policies that establish work-family reconciliation that makes females even more prone to discrimination. Fatherless households as one of the reasons for gender discrimination in the family. Female children from such families are more likely to face unemployment, a low income, and teenage pregnancies. Potential solutions to the specified social issue. Change of perceptions as the way to address the problem. The reviewed literature shows that gender discrimination mainly depends on the dominating perceptions practiced in society. It is worth paying one's attention to the development and implementation of the state social and economic programs aimed at combating women's discrimination and including the Employment Plan for Women. The implementation of new policies to foster equality. Therefore, it is essential to elaborate new policies, focusing on the promotion of women's equal rights in the workplace. For example, policies regarding job applications and hiring as well as wages should be equalized with those concerning men. It is also important to ensure the preventive and educational work, namely, the introduction of programs for the legal education of women to explain their rights and fundamental freedoms enclosed in the norms of the U.S. and international law. To solve this problem, it seems to be useful to consider it from the sociological point of view. Women should be encouraged to more actively protect their labor rights. Do not be afraid to apply to the prosecutor's office, the state labor inspectorate, or the court. They should not write applications for unfair dismissal at will if an employer forces them, but first consult with labor law specialists. Conclusion. In conclusion, it is expected to focus on the results revealed in the course of the research. In particular, one may suggest that the government should pay more attention to the education of women in the field of labor legislation and protection of rights. In addition, women are expected to become more active in ensuring their rights and striving to contribute to equal treatment. StudyKorgi.com has everything you need for successful studies. Writing tools, informative articles, and essay samples. Come check it out!